It's a frosty Sunday night in suburban Sydney. The Flying Bats, an LGBTQ+ community team, are playing in the Women's Premier League quarterfinals. Rliey Dennis scores the first goal. For 32-year-old Rliey, the soccer field is her happy place.
The pace of it is really exciting. So your brain is just like singularly focused on like, go, 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 get the ball, chase, pass, do this. It's really like captivating.
Chase it down, pushing up defense, let's go!
On the sidelines of most of Rliey's games is her wife, Fiona.
It's a nice way to build community and meet a lot of people who I might not necessarily like hang out with day to day, but I just get to like touch base with them more.
Rliey moved to Australia to be with Fiona in 2018.
So excited to like start a life and make our apartment together and just do this whole fun thing with Fiona.
She documented their early relationship for her more than 100,000 YouTube followers.
Hey, hi, we're engaged.
Yeah!
In 2018, soon after moving to Sydney, she joined the Flying Bats.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, all right. Okay. I really wanted to make friends when I got here. Like I didn't know anyone showing up in Australia, so I was like looking for a sports team to join.
By 2023, Rliey was offered a spot with a semi-professional team in League One. Her presence quickly gained unwanted attention by anti-trans activists. The director of lobby group Binary Australia, Rliey Smith, has spent years campaigning to ban trans players from sports across Australia.
And if you feel like a woman, then you can play cricket as a woman. How exciting for you.
In early 2023, she turned her attention to soccer. In social media posts, Rliey Smith repeated allegations two female soccer players were hospitalised over the weekend after being forced to play against a male appropriating womanhood. The post was picked up by a Canadian website. It published a video showing Rliey intercepting another player, claiming that player was later hospitalised.
It was just completely made up and trying to take clips of normal parts of a soccer match and trying to say that something horrible happened when it just didn't. Like, we all just got up and continued on and kept playing afterwards.
In a further tweet, Rliey Smith wrote,
Well, the top goal scorer after 3 rounds in the football women's first grade is a male. How is that fair? That spot belongs to a woman.
Fellow anti-trans campaigners joined Rliey Smith, giving locations and dates for Rliey's games, along with claims Rliey will be trying to injure women and girls.
It suddenly felt like not safe to go to training or to go to games, and it felt really tense and scary, and it went from being this thing that was really fun and exciting and new and competitive to being like, I didn't want to be there.
Rliey launched vilification proceedings against Rliey Smith. The case was first heard in April this year when the claim that Rliey injured another player was challenged.
In court, Rliey Smith admitted she couldn't find any evidence of the alleged injury. Football New South Wales records show that Rliey Dennis has never received a penalty or warning for injuring another player.
But Rliey says the damage was already done. The following year, she wasn't offered a spot in the top league.
Teams knew that if I was signed onto their team, that it would come with all this negative media attention and it would be like a political statement that they were making.
In a statement, Rliey Smith told 7:30 that her advocacy has always been to football associations based on their policies that create unsafe, unfair and undignified playing fields for female athletes. I have never tried to prevent anyone from playing sport. In recent years, international governing bodies like World Cricket, cycling, swimming, athletics and rugby tightened their rules to effectively exclude trans women from the sport.
They've banned trans women because they've presumed that trans women are men, and that's incorrect. There's these huge shifts in body composition that occur in the first 12 months of feminising hormone therapy.
Endocrinologist Professor Ada Chung runs Melbourne University's Trans Health Centre, where she researched governing sports bodies' gender policies and bans.
We're not going to be able to get the data because we just don't have trans people participating in sport, let alone trans people participating in elite sport. We need to adjust our expectations about what science can show.
Science by itself, she says, can't give us clear-cut answers about what's fair in sports.
Good training, everyone.
Fairness is really subjective, and it really is difficult to account for every single physical characteristic we have in the human population.
After missing out on a spot in the semi-professional competition, Rliey Dennis rejoined the community comp with the Flying Bats.
So many times I thought about quitting soccer and just going away from all of this, because I knew that if I quit and I just stopped playing that it would all go away. But I don't want to leave soccer. Like I love soccer, I love playing, it's something that brings me so much joy.
Despite leaving League One, the campaign against her continued, with social and mainstream media focusing on the fact she was a high-performing goal scorer.
How good are those bats? No one can stop them.
The results are exactly what we would expect. You know, one game was 10-0, the final was 4-0. They took home $1,000.
It's obviously not about fairness or competitiveness. Like, people were still mad even when we were losing every single weekend. I think they just don't like us and don't want us to play sport.
Welcome to Christie Park for the Flying Bats.
Strangers began turning up to post and stream videos online.
I can see at least 2 blokes in this team. I'll get some B-roll. Bro, this one with the ball's a bloke, and the one on the right, 100%.
Sam Lewis is the president of the Flying Bats. She was also filmed and wrongly identified as trans.
It's been really scary. I've played this whole season with one eye on the sidelines because I've been scared that there have been people showing up wanting to take footage of me and my teammates and my friends and using them for nefarious purposes.
What support did you receive from the governing bodies?
We are a member of Football Australia, and yet we're receiving no support at all. Why?
In a statement to 7:30, a spokesperson for Football Australia said,
"We are actively progressing the development of our inclusion policy for transgender and gender-diverse people, with a particular focus on considerations within high-performance environments." Sam Lewis says she approached the CEO of Football New South Wales about it.
One of the suggestions that I had for them was a public statement or a letter of support, reiterating that they have particular inclusion policies where at the grassroots level you can play according to whatever gender you identify with. That was all we asked, and they still said no.
Football New South Wales did not respond to 7:30's question about this alleged conversation. In a statement, they said that Football New South Wales is committed to providing a safe, inclusive and supportive environment for everyone.
Rliey Dennis has won her vilification case in the local court. In her judgment, the magistrate rejected Rliey Smith's argument that her social media posts were valid political commentary. She found that Ms. Smith's use of male pronoun to describe Rliey Dennis and her dismissive attitude towards the impact of her posts undermined her claim of good faith.
Rliey says going to court was her last resort.
My default reaction to all of this was to, kind of curl up into a shell and let it all kind of just pass. But it didn't pass, and it just got worse. And it feels like this is kind of a sacrifice that I have to make to have a bit of attention on me that I don't want, to be able to protect other people from having this happen to them in the future.